Hey everyone, today I'm joined by Sam Heughan and Ruby Rose to talk about their amazing upcoming film, SAS Red Notice. It'll be available on demand March 16th. I wanted to start off by saying I love the film, and it really got me thinking about how often the term psycho is just thrown around like it's nothing. And I want to know, what are the actual traits of a psychopath, and how did you study this character?
Well, Andy McNab is a psychopath, and he wrote a book on this called The Good Psychopath. He also wrote SAS Red Notice and a bunch of other books. And talking to Andy was the best way that I could really get into the character and get into the mind of a psychopath. But what I found the most interesting was exactly what you're saying, is this idea that we just throw the word psycho around all the time. And also when it's someone like a Jeffrey Dahmer or a Bundy type, Ted Bundy, we go, okay, that's a psychopath. So now when I hear the word psychopath or antisocial behavior or sociopath, immediately people get this sort of fear that they're going to have impulse control and be murderers. And it's not the case. There is a huge percentage of people on the psychopathy spectrum who have learned behaviors. They have impulse control. They work great as in the military because they don't get PTSD, which a lot of brave soldiers obviously come back with because they don't have a conscience. They don't have that same feeling. So they come back and it's done. They're great surgeons because under high pressure, they breathe slowly, their pupils dilate, they don't need to blink, they let more light in, everything happens in slow motion. And so it's like, and the heart rate slows down. So it's the opposite to what a lot of us do as human nature, is we speed up, we get sweaty, we get stressed, we think, what happens if I don't do this right? And so it's interesting that there's so many people that are in that spectrum of being a psychopath who are like Andy, just so funny, such a lad, would hang out with him. He's just awesome. He's been married a few times. He tells us funny stories. And some of the things he's done are intense, but he's never done anything that wasn't part of his job description in the military.
Yeah, it's super interesting, and I think surprising for people when they watch this movie. They're expecting maybe just another action movie, but this is this really intriguing character in the center of it. And I think when we say the term psychopath, we all think of Hannibal Lecter and these sort of evil doers. But actually, Tom is a good psychopath, and it all comes from Andy McNab himself, who wrote this and is based on him. He is a good psychopath, and he did extensive studies with Oxford University about it and written books about it. And what a great character to play, and so intriguing.
Your character is in a lot of action fight scenes, which were so good that I had to look away part of the time, Sam. So props to you. So
you missed the movie.
No, I did. I swear, I just pulled that pillow up just a little bit. But what training went into those action scenes?
Yeah, it's action packed, and kind of new for me as well to do kind of more modern military kind of style training. I worked in South Africa with some special forces to learn the sort of tactical side of it, drills, a lot of drills with weapons. And then in the UK, I worked with Andy himself. We went to an airsoft place and did a couple of days working on working in compounds, working with civilians. But to be honest, the most intriguing part was really, just getting to study Andy himself and to see, how the man works.
It was a lot of fun, especially Sam and I have an amazing sort of 25-minute fight sequence in the snow. And we were in untouched snow at this point, and so the first time around we'd find somewhere else which was also untouched, so that every time we took a step, it was the only footprint that had been in that snow. And the amount of skill, and both him and I having to be really connected to be able to get it all right and in these fluid movements. It took a few days of rehearsing. We rehearsed together, we rehearsed separately, and just kept rehearsing because we were so cold. It was so freezing. And Sam had opted to wear a t-shirt for the scene. It's like, oh, my jacket would have been gone, this, that. It wasn't freezing cold when he decided that. It was weeks earlier. And it suddenly had a snow blizzard. It was freezing. And he's like, I wish I get my jacket now. I wish I get my jacket. So we just rehearsed throughout the whole day while, in between takes as well. And it was just great. It was really, really fun.
Grace, what's a fair price for that village?
200.
I just need that village cleared today, all right?
If they refuse, cut their tongues out.
Red notices have been issued for the notorious Black Swans, a family-owned private military company linked to alleged atrocities in the Republic of Georgia.
The SAS is about to move on us.
To confirm, this is a hard arrest. You'll serve the red notice.
I need eyes on Grace.
Grace is special.
Everyone is replaceable.
Grace isn't dead, boss.
I love being with you, Tom, but I don't understand you.
And let's talk about this in Paris.
I haven't said yes yet.
Don't be late.
Eurostream train 2196.
Sophie!
Major breaking news. The Eurostream train has been hijacked.
My father taught me all about these. This one carries gas to homes across the UK. If you don't pay us, I will destroy this tunnel and everyone in it.
If she exposes what we've done, this is a very big problem for me. Get down there and kill her.
Eyes down now! Stay down!
I have to find Sophie.
There's a player in the battle space. He's armed and skilled.
He's looking for a way into the carriages.
What are you doing, Tom?
This isn't about money. It's revenge.
We're more alike than you know. Let me help you embrace who you really are.